like
we could. I got more coming anyway, but we're going to jump right into the show. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another great episode of the Entire Empire, where we can't wait to talk about pro ball and the Empire State. I'm your guy, TJ. Thank you to all of our sponsorship. We got Yahweh. We got 24/7 basketball. You know what we got. I got a lot of energy tonight because guess what? It's playoff basketball preview time. And I got my main man, first and foremost, Coach Kenny Anderson. Say what's up to the people, Coach.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm excited. Playoff basketball.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And my brother from another co-pilot, Kev P, talk to the people, bro.
It's kind of hard to hide the excitement because I'm ready to talk about it this weekend as well. This NBA basketball playoffs is a beautiful thing. So let's get right to it, man.
Let's do it. I had to sip my tea. Let's do it.
I'm gonna kick it off this week talking about them Knicks first. We all know that last year wasn't the greatest. Same thing plays for the Hawks. They weren't the greatest. They were both pretty damn bad. The Knicks were 21-45 last season. The Hawks were 20-47. This year, the both of them have improved by 20 games despite a shortened season. 10 games less. They both won 20 more games. Clap it up for them on that. But aside from that, man, it's great to see these two teams do battle. I'm interested in hearing you guys' perspective on what you think is going to happen on this one. Coach, kick it off for us.
Well, first of all, Tom Thibodeau, give him a big shout out. And Nate McMillan. Both coaches came in. Nate McMillan was assistant. He took over, as the head. He did a great job over with the Hawks. Tom Thibodeau, he first year coach with the Knicks. He got them guys defensive minded. Offensively, Julius Randle, all the other young Derrick Rose. He got the Chicago back in New York. So what?
Yes,
so it's really big, and what I do like about it, the metropolitan area is live again. It's live. We got the Brooklyn Nets, we got the New York Knicks. Everybody's playing championship basketball, playoff basketball. What's better than that in the New York area? So it's just great to see for basketball. Period.
We're definitely rocking. New York is a Mecca again, as my man TJ said. Come on, give us some input.
I didn't say who was going to win the series.
Nah, we're going to get to that, Coach. We're going to get to that. Yeah. Definitely. T, what's your thoughts on this playoff matchup real quick?
Let me talk about this right here. Ready?
Yeah.
Y'all got to give me my props. I was right. Who's coach of the year?
You got to elaborate a little bit more.
Who's coach of the year? Coach of the year?
Oh, coach of the year is Monty Williams.
Monty Williams. He deserves it.
Listen, he deserves. I'm not saying
no.
I'm not saying he don't deserve it.
I ain't called that.
You was right. You called it.
Okay, cool.
You did say
that.
Cool.
You did say that. And he's deserving of it. He's deserving of it. However, I'm still throwing my hat in the ring for Tibbs, man, because didn't nobody see this coming.
And I'm going to jump to that. I'm going to jump to that. Shout out to my man Tibbs. Tibbs, you did your thing. You got them guys balling. They bought into a defensive-minded system.
Yeah.
You got a lot of workhorses there. They just workers. They worker bees, man. Yeah. And they found a way how to gel. I really like this matchup because it's really going to test to see what New York can do when the big lights are on. Yeah, y'all had a fun-loving, nice regular season. Everybody bought back in New York. Yay, the Knicks is back. Go, New York, go, New York, go. All that's great, right?
Yeah.
That was playoff basketball. The tempo slows down. Coach, we talked about this. You really got to coach X's and O's in playoff basketball.
Yes.
So now we're going to really see what Tibbs is talking about and going against a guy who's one of your close vets too, Coach, and Coach Nate McMillan. He's been in the league. He's a veteran coach. He's been a head coach before. So it's really going to be a juggernaut matchup from the sidelines as well as on the floor. And I believe the big main difference is two things. I'm going to tell you this right now. Trae Young is going to do his thing.
Yeah.
Clint Capella is going to be nice in the middle.
Yeah.
If they don't let Collins get on.
Yeah, that's
Collins
the sleeper.
Thank you, Coach. Collins is the guy you got to kind of watch for.
Yeah.
At the same time, the Knicks, the bench, got to produce. If the Knicks get production off that bench, second round, here we come, baby. Let's go.
And Derrick Rose. Having a great season.
Six man of the year. What's up?
Nah,
Quite
one of them.
possibly, but I don't think so. I think that's going to Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, that's easy. He
My man,
already got that.
I'm gonna get off the MVP train, even though they talking about Steph, Joker, and
Yeah,
Embiid
that's the
today.
three. Yeah, that's the three.
But I'm telling you right now, Julius is most improved. Sorry, that's what it is.
Yeah,
That was what I said to you.
Julius Randle,
Most improved.
I think he got to get most improved.
Most improved. He got to.
He's having a great season.
He
And
brought
his
the Mecca
team is
back, baby.
the fourth in the East. So
Absolutely. So I gave you your props on calling out Monty Williams on that. Now you got to return the favor, because when you was talking that MVP, that was a statement I made for you. Listen, I said he's far more likely to get more improved, most improved.
You right.
See, I gotta make admit something. Joker, I'm on him for the season, but Stephen Curry came. It makes me. I'm thinking like, wow.
The reason Steph's not going to get it is because he missed too many games.
Huh?
Yeah. Now he missed too many games. This is with a already shortened season, 72 games. You can't afford to miss too many games. Now, had he not missed games and was able to do this all year, absolutely he'd be in the running for this right now. And that's, to me, the very same reason why we could make that same argument for Nate McMillan not being named or mentioned, because he came in late. You know, when they ran out with their previous coach, they were 14-20. They stunk.
Coach Lord.
You know what I mean?
Lord,
and here he come and they end the season 41-31.
Terrible.
All that talent. So that's a significant turnaround.
All that talent, and Lloyd couldn't win no games. Lloyd should have been fired, man. He out here playing games, boy.
That's the league for you, baby. That's
the league. Man. You can't talk about politics with that, homeboy. You have mega talent.
Yes.
So realistically, had Nate McMillan been coach of the year, the coach all year, do you think he would have had a real shot at winning it?
I think so. He had a real shot at winning it.
You don't want to ask that question because he might have.
and all those, the coach from Phoenix, they was in they was in the gutter, for so many years. And
here's what's crazy about Phoenix, and it's a double-edged sword. And I know we're kind of a Nets and Knicks show, but I got to get into it really quick, because last year we saw they went into the bubble.
Yeah.
Barely made it in. And then they went 8-0 and still managed to not make the playoffs. But then they add on Chris Paul in the offseason. Yeah. And it's kind of like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Is a lot of this credit due to Monty Williams as a coach, or is it due to Chris Paul, or does it go a combination of the two? Because we've seen they're both capable of doing their thing.
I'm going to the combination of both.
Nah.
I'm going to Chris Paul, everywhere he go, they win.
Everywhere. Thank you, sir.
Everywhere. I'm like, wow.
I don't know if it's a combination. I think it's just straight up Chris Paul. That Monty seen the fruits of that.
Of the coach and Chris Paul. I really believe that.
Hey, coach, let me ask you a question. Bill Fish didn't play rookies, right?
Yeah, he didn't play me.
But when you got off that bench, who started winning games? When you got off the bench?
I started playing well. When Mookie.
But did y'all not start winning?
Got injured, and I started playing well. I don't remember. I think we did win.
Yes.
We was on a little winning streak.
Yes.
I played well, and then I went back to the bench.
And y'all wasn't winning. So what I'm trying to do is give you the credit. Great point guards dictate team's performance. I'm sorry. Now, just so happens that Monty did do his thing, because there's some young guys on that Phoenix roster. If they had with a great floor general and Chris Paul, as well as everybody else that's on that roster with Ayton and Booker, and shout out Jay Crowder, who's another good vet that they have as well, and so on and so forth. I think I gotta be honest with you, man, and picking up guys like Frank Kaminsky, it makes sense.
Let me what you were saying. They got a good nucleus there at Phoenix.
They do.
They
Oh yeah, they do.
And that's one thing you got to build on, the chemistry, the team chemistry. And that's what they're doing. And I think the team chemistry surrounds itself. Chris Paul is the reason, and he was in the MVP candidate, the talks also.
Yeah,
I think he gets snubbed every time.
Yeah,
he deserves far more credit.
He does.
I think he's that guy that everybody figures out. Oh, it's Chris Paul. He's supposed to do this. Not realize his greatness and give him his flowers. you know, when it's all said and done, he'll go down as one of the greatest point guards to
Yeah.
ever do it. But you know, it's
Absolutely.
unfortunate that each and every year he gets a snub because you know, oh, it's the great Chris Paul. He's
Yeah.
supposed to do this. Nah, Chris Paul is an MVP on anybody's roster at any given point in time. But let me say this too, y'all. This goes back to looking at what New York is going to do in terms of Atlanta. It's scary though, because Trae Young is a prolific point guard. And when
Yeah.
Trae get going,
It's like Trae, he's a great point guard, but I like for him to run the team a little more and get the guys the ball. You know, he shoots a lot.
he's a volume
And he gets a
shooter.
little careless sometimes.
He's a
He's a
volume
little
shooter.
sloppy.
Careless, and he shoots a lot. And you can't, it's going to be interesting on how the Knicks defend him. But you know they're going to defend. You know that.
But they don't strap.
Absolutely.
Oh, they
And I'm
don't
happy you brought that up, Coach, because that's the
Yeah.
next thing we're going to go into, because I wanted to express how these two teams are on a collision course in the playoffs here.
Yeah.
And they've gotten here by doing things completely different.
Yeah.
We all know the Knicks have made noise this season as a
Yeah.
defensive juggernaut. And then here we have Atlanta on the complete opposite end. They're one of the best offenses in the league,
Yeah.
especially since changing over their coach. From offensive rating, 3-point percentage, turnovers,
Yeah.
plus minus, they've been doing it. And like I said, the Knicks all year, anchored by Nerlens Noel, has been a defensive juggernaut.
Yeah.
Who's going to win this battle, though? That's what I'm interested in finding out. I want your take on this, T.
All right. Oh, okay.
No, Coach, go ahead. You
Either
got
or,
it.
you know,
Go
go
ahead,
No,
Coach.
no, just real quick. I got the Knicks in 6.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to Knicks in 6.
Me and Coach agree on
Now,
that.
let me say this real quick before you give your answer, TJ.
Yeah.
We just talked about how terrible the Hawks were under Lloyd Pierce. 14-20 before he got there. However, they swept the Knicks, taking the first 2 games with Lloyd Pierce. Lost the last one in OT. So
That's pre D
You
Rose
tell-
though, fam. That's pre D Rose.
Yeah.
okay,
That's
This is
that's
true.
that's pre D Rose.
Yeah.
That's pre Julius getting busy, because Julius's groove was not the same groove in the beginning of the season that it is right now. Let's
this
be
is true
clear.
as well. This is true.
So we gonna say Julius stepped his groove up. D Rose came on the roster. Nerlens Noel stepped up in the absence of Mitchell Robinson.
Yes.
And now we seen quickly had his highs and lows. And don't forget, RJ came and showed what he's made of too.
Yeah.
I think all those factors given, when Atlanta got them 2 games earlier in the season, in a shortened season, nobody saw that coming. They
Yeah.
ain't gonna get them
Okay.
like that. So I'm with Coach. Knicks and
Hold
6.
on. Last one they played was later in the season.
Yeah.
Knicks still lost, even though it went into overtime and they lost Trae Young for the overtime period due to that ankle injury. They still found a way to not win that.
Knicks and 6,
Now,
man.
we could all look at that as a
I
fluke.
would, playoffs is a lot different. A lot
Yes.
different
Of
basketball.
course.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go the edge of coaching, head coach. The edge is Tibbs. You know, Nate McMillan is a great coach. He's been doing it for many years. But I'm gonna give the edge to Tibbs. And he's got those guys working. You know, he's got those guys working on the defensive end. I believe they're gonna lock in on the Hawks and they're gonna win it. They're gonna win
Agreed.
it.
How many
They're gonna
games,
win it in
Coach?
6.
6. I got the
6.
Knicks in 6 as well. What you got?
6. I'm with Coach.
6? Damn.
Yeah.
It's a trio. All of us got the
Straight
Knicks in
flush.
6.
Straight
Yeah.
flush.
I
New
don't
York
think I
back,
ever seen
man.
that
Listen,
coming.
New York back. I don't care what nobody
I don't
say.
go
Like
too far.
Yeah.
I think they realize. The Knicks themselves realize that they got a lot of pressure on them, and I think
Yeah.
they want to. I think they want to ride for the city, as
Yeah.
it's only right. So with that being said, with all that pressure mounting on them, they realize it. Man, Tibbs was even on the Breakfast Club this week, so you know what time it is. Like Tibbs doing press run. When the last time Phil Jackson wasn't even on the
Yeah.
radio. That's like
Yeah.
seeing Phil on Hot 97 or something now. Power 105. Listen, the Knicks got it.
I'm happy because basketball is back in New York,
Yes, sir.
and I'm happy about that. And we got 2 good teams, Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, and they balling. And it's good to see the city, the metropolitan area, loving basketball again. It's awesome.
Agreed. Let's move on to these Brooklyn Nets. They playing your other former team there, Coach,
Yeah.
Boston Celtics. Despite no Jaylen Brown,
Yes.
these guys are not to be slept on.
No.
I'm not saying that we're gonna have like a slugfest or anything of this sort. But if you get caught sleeping, you might catch a haymaker. Is the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. Coach, give me your analysis.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough series for the Celtics. I think there's still one game. There's still one game. So I got the Brooklyn Nets in 4.
So when you say still one game, would this happen to be a game where a young man by the name of Jason Tatum pours in like 60 again, or
he's
a 50-point game, something?
Yeah, he's gonna get his 30 to 50 round in there. He has to.
I'm gonna say he has to do more than that to steal a game. He's gonna have a big game of 40 plus.
And Kemba Walker has to play a little better. What he's been doing, he has to play a little better. Because Kyrie, he had a great season.
But coach, is it better? Is it better, coach? Is it better, coach, or inconsistent?
Who's that?
Kemba.
Yes, inconsistent. Yes, he's been up and down. And you can say because of the injury or whatever, but he's going up against the best, the best. So he has to be ready. And I know he knows it. He knows it. He will be ready. But we'll have to see. But they have too many weapons, the Brooklyn Nets, to be played with. With Harding.
Of course. They're finally back.
It's going to be interesting.
Listen,
it
is interesting coming into the playoffs. We didn't get to see much of them all year. Very few games. I believe 10 total all year, which really isn't much. So coming into the playoffs, it should be interesting to see, but that's a lot to overcome, especially if you just need 2 of them guys cooking in this problem.
Really tough.
It is. But here's my analysis.
Brown, the injury is going to hurt the Celtics.
Of course, that's a difference.
It hurt them.
One thing that I think the Celtics need to do to at least make this a really competitive series between Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker. They need to go at, if I'm not mistaken, they plan on putting KD on Jason Tatum for quite some time because Jason Tatum's a long 6'8", and they want him having to shoot over the long, lanky arms of KD. So they're going to put him on Jason Tatum. And then, of course, we have Kemba Walker and the Kyrie matchup.
Yeah.
If those guys go at them on the offensive end and make them have to work on the defensive end, I think that might be the one thing that it's not a difference making, but it'll slow them up a little bit and making it a little more competitive. TJ, your thoughts on that, bro?
I'm gonna tell you the reason why Boston already out of the running before it even got started. The reason why Boston won't be dominant or proven to be any type of matchup, they lack interior scoring. Danny Ainge has built that team around the perimeter and with wings, with Jaylen Brown, with Jason Tatum, with Kemba Walker, but their interior presence is Tristan Thompson. And I mean, no disrespect, but that's not an interior presence that's going to get you 20 and 10, 15 and 5. He's going to get you some boards. He's going to get you some defensive stops, but he's not going to get you an interior presence that's going to get you a bucket.
But what I do like about him is his playoff run. He won a championship. He knows what it takes.
I got that.
The mindset.
Yes, coach, you're right.
But I just think Jaylen Brown is not playing. It's gonna affect everything for the Celtics.
I just feel they don't
Marcus
have.
Smart. Marcus Smart get under anybody's skin and kind of change things a little bit.
Oh, you absolutely know that.
He can do that. He can do that.
That boy's a pit bull.
He's gonna work. He's gonna work his butt off.
He's a pit bull.
So who does he antagonize and kind of get him out of their game?
Harden.
You believe so?
Harding.
You don't like
he's
going
to play Harding and Kyrie. He's going to mix it up. I
don't know if he can do that. I
don't think he has much for Kyrie, bro.
No, coach. Coach. Hey, coach.
I'm saying he's going to try.
Hey, coach. You see what you remember what you just did to Hurley on the footage we watched earlier?
He's going to try.
He can't keep that man in front of him, coach. You know better than that. It's a problem.
Listen.
Yeah, nobody can do that throughout the league. So, but he's going to make them work.
You're going to make them work, but
all my man Marcus Smart has to do is go to the Schroeder book of tricks and call him something, and we're going to have a problem. And then they got him up out of it.
Yeah, Kyrie don't like when you get up underneath his skin like that. But I'll be honest with you, like, I think really because James Harden doesn't like to be touched. He don't like physicality. James Harden has
Yeah.
never been a dude that likes physicality. And Marcus Smart is from that old school where he put that forearm in the middle of your back. Like that's what you need to
Yeah.
do to understand it. Playoff basketball, it gets more
He's
physical.
a 90 guy.
Yeah, he is. He a
Marcus Smart's
throwback.
like a 90. See, I don't know if they're gonna allow a physical play in the playoffs in 2021.
I was just gonna go there, especially
different.
when we're talking,
It's a lot
especially when we're talking about Harden. Harden
Yeah.
is among the best in the league at being able to draw the
Drawing
foul.
foul.
He'll have this man in foul trouble within the first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely
So,
correct.
I got Nets in 5. Coach got Nets in 5.
Yep.
What you got, T? Sweep?
No, it ain't no broom work.
See, that's what I'm gonna give my Celtics one game.
I can't give him the broom work. I don't want to give him the broom work just off the strength of like, yo, the Celtics gotta have a little bit of pride, man.
Yeah.
Like y'all from the Bean, y'all from Boston. Like y'all 17 championships in, y'all gotta do a little something. But if they don't, they might get the broom work though. I hope
What you
not.
think?
I don't.
What you think? Kev? No, Kev.
Me,
Kev,
I agree with you.
I said 5. What you
I
got?
agree with you.
They might get the broom work though. They might get. Listen, let me tell you something. Anytime, like this afternoon, when your head coach go on saying, "Yo, I don't know if we got an answer for this team."
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah.
Brad Stevens? You should have been fired right then and there, because if you are ahead of the helm and you're the head coach and you already invoke the spirit of the fact that you cannot compete defensively to hold this team down. Now everybody knows it, but whether or not you say it is something different. And you said it. And you said it to your guys. You said it to your city. You said it to your team and your organization. It should be over for you, bro. After this season, Danny Ainge should be looking elsewhere to coach this team. And honestly, Brad Stevens lost them halfway through the season. That's part of the reason why.
Yeah, I would think so. With the coaching situation, Brad Stevenson, he should have done. The Celtics should have been a better team.
Right.
No way.
Right.
They're a 7 seed. They're the playing game. No way with the talent they have on the roster. That was my problem also.
I don't agree with you there, Coach. I said 5.
Yep.
And potentially 6. The only reason I say potentially, and I touched on this earlier, these Nets, as much as I love them, just have the tendency to let their foot off the gas.
Yeah.
They get complacent sometimes.
Steve Nash first playoff appearance. I think these guys will get it. The way they've been playing, and now you have the threesome will be playing in the playoffs, and they played only 10 games together.
You know what?
Hold up, Coach. You made a very good point right there, because I don't think they had ever played the Celtics this season with all 3 on the floor.
Yes.
And they got swept, if I'm not mistaken. The Nets got all the games.
Yeah.
So
got all the games.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I know they definitely beat them once with just Kyrie, and I know they beat them with Kyrie and Harden.
Yeah.
I don't remember if they got them with Kyrie and KD. But the fact of the matter is, if you're losing these games with just them, when you get all 3 on the court, you might just get this broom work. You might just get this broom work.
They're going to get this.
I'm trying to say. One for the pride. It's a pride factor thing. I think they're going to work hard. They're going to come on, man.
Here's one other thing I'm going to throw in the mix. And this is all credit due to Kyrie right here.
Yeah.
Kyrie, all season, he's taken his games for personal reasons. He's missed some games due to injuries, whatever the case may be. And sometimes I feel like he gets bored with the NBA season, the drag of the season. This is what he's been waiting on. He just wants to get to the point where he gets this grand stage in the playoffs to get busy and close it out. So with that renewed vigor to come in and just do work, they might could get the broom.
I like
and then
that.
You
Fam.
got KD
I like
and
that.
Harden.
With
they might. I'm not going with the broom. I'm giving them one game. I'm not.
They about to get that broom work.
They might could get the broom.
They gonna get that broom work.
I said 5. Then I said possibly 6, because they always kind of take their foot off the gas. But when I really take into account that all 3 of these guys on the same court at the same time, and Kyrie getting busy,
they're a 7 seed going against the Brooklyn Nets with 3 first ballot Hall of Famers, 2 world champions, and a partridge in a pear tree. They getting that broom work. They out of here.
They're gonna get one.
And on top of that, my man Blake has been getting busy. First of all, I want to get his quick stat. While he was in Detroit, 0 dunks over what, a season and a half? My man been in Brooklyn for like 2 weeks, 16 dunks.
Yo, your man was in Detroit looking like Charles Dutton. He was looking like rock, looking like a garbage man. He looked like trash.
Yeah, he just wanted out. He just wanted out Detroit.
Yeah, he wanted out big time.
Badly.
Big time. So
Badly.
with that being added to the mix and him playing well, and he's been doing pretty well beyond the arc as well. Listen, I might get the push broom. We ain't just gonna get him a regular broom. We're gonna get the big sweeper that you clean the whole court back in high school. It's like this wide.
I'm not going for a sweep. They're gonna get one game. My Celtics.
I understand that's your loyalty to the franchise as a former player, sir.
Coach, I'm about to play Kenny Rogers for him. I'm about to play the gambler for you. You gotta know when to hold him, know when to fold him, coach. They about to get that broom work. They're a smooth 7 seed with no interior basketball players. They gonna get that. Who stop? Listen, DJ, Claxton, Jeff Green, Blake, all get buckets.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but they're not, with the exception of
Blake and Jeff Green get buckets. Blake and Jeff get buckets.
I was gonna say with the but Blake is not really down low as much. They use him a lot on screens. He get a couple post-ups here and there. But
if he need to, Blake can turn back the clock and go get a dub. If he need to.
Yeah,
he ain't had to.
That's the problem. I was about to say that's the problem. He don't need to.
He don't need to. But your man coach said they ain't about to get one game. If Blake gotta go get a dub, they gonna get
one
that
game
broom
is
work.
not out of the one game is not out of the question.
They're not getting no
you
game.
act like he playing Archbishop Malloy or something. Like, come on.
How we gonna see?
Oh man. So, all right, bro. Go ahead, T. Well, you know what? I want to ask Coach a question.
Yeah.
It's straight to the point. Go ahead.
Yeah. With the Knicks at 4 and the Nets at 2, provided things work out and they end up meeting in these playoffs. What's your take, Coach? What's the difference maker?
My take is gonna be the Brooklyn Nets will win that series. You know,
what's the difference maker for the two teams?
It's just too much firepower with the Brooklyn Nets, with Kyrie, Harding, and Kevin Durant. We just too much, and then Blake Griffin coming off the bench, and it's just too much. We just have too much firepower. And I understand the defensive, Tibbs and but nah, not this year, Nick. Not this year.
Nah.
Not this year.
So can I say something real quick? You see how you chuckling right there when he said nah?
Yeah.
It's the same conversation when I asked the possibility of the Knicks making a 4 seed, and y'all was all like, here we are.
You said who said I said it. I don't
because when I asked, I just listen. I can't play the tape right now.
I said they was gonna say the 4.
I definitely remember me posing the question, and there was a lot of chuckles. I
said they was gonna rock to the 4. I said maybe even to the 3rd. I knew they was gonna get to the 4. I knew it.
They started playing better down the stretch. They played very well.
Oh, absolutely. And all props to Tibbs and that organization for getting it together. Nothing but respect.
Lord knows.
With that being said, TJ, go ahead and take us out, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, make sure you tune in this weekend for all that great NBA action. We're going to catch you up next week too, man. Lock back in and get ready for a great NBA playoff series. Listen, for my guy, Coach Kenny Anderson, my man, Kev P, this has been another great episode of the Entire Empire. Till next time, we'll catch you.